you do?
My name is Alan Weinkrantz, El Presidente, Alan Weinkrantz and Company.
And so talk with me, you used to work for Israel a long time ago, or do a lot of work over there, and then things have really ramped up the last couple of years. Can you talk a little bit about that trend and what you're doing over there?
So I do what normally you would think of as traditional media relations. I've worked with a lot of early stage startup companies from Israel that are trying to get into the U.S. market. And so I help them on communication strategies, reaching out to analysts, bloggers, media in the U.S. And part of it's, say, if you will, a deal flow strategy. Where I'm evolving and what I'm also doing is helping companies discover innovation in Israel. The premise being that, if you circle the globe, there's innovation everywhere. But what's particular to Israel is you basically have the second largest number of startups in the world after Silicon Valley. You have a representation of basically 20% of the entire U.S. population's startup economy. So aside from the innovation, it's really a matter of being geographically efficient. In about a week, you can do things that would take you 2 to 3 months to do in other parts of the world. And the other is in Israel, it tends to be this, instead of 6 degrees of separation, everyone is really 2 degrees of separation away. Either you know someone from your army unit, your last startup, a friend or a family, and it's easy to reach other people who are decision makers. So what I'm trying to get readers like yours to look at is kind of what's next, where do you look for innovation? So you look at GE, Microsoft, Intel, Cisco, HP, they all have development centers there. Google has not one, but 2 development centers there. Apple just opened their first, last summer they opened their first development center outside of California. So there's a lot of innovation going on. And so you can go discover innovation, or at least research innovation, and see what's there.
One of the stories I always like that you tell is about how friendly people are over there, that you can just pop in their offices. And so can you talk a little bit about that culture?
I think it's really on a different level, especially during holidays. You can walk into IBM, you can walk into a startup, there's kids running around. It's a kid-friendly place. And what does that say about the workplace being kid-friendly? So everyone, first thing you always walk into, no matter, I don't care if it's the CEO of the biggest company or the receptionist, would you like some coffee? Everything starts with coffee, no matter who you are, no matter what it is, and they'll take you in the kitchen, they'll make you a pot of coffee, and it's wonderful. So yeah, it's a real, everyone's nice.
And so I have one last question. What is it that you bring to the table for the companies that are based there?
Help them create deal flow, accelerate knowledge discovery, and really sitting down and figuring out where does a technology possibly fit into their product roadmap. The other thing that I would encourage readers of the business journals to look at is really humanizing your businesses. There's this rise of humanity going on. You're seeing it here at South by Southwest. You see it in Israel. I've learned just personally, I think I'm a lot more human than I used to be, just because I hang out with people that are just, all the stuff about corporate stuff kind of goes away. It's a very informal culture. I don't care if you're at Intel or at a startup, people are walking around in flip-flops, jeans, t-shirts, and it's this, not only this culture of innovation, but being real and human.